to have that series. It's got us yet another chance into the league championship, and we have not fared well in the league championships over the years. In fact, we've never won one. We've been the perennial bridesmaids. Um, and it was shaping up to be similarly in this series against the Virginia Beach Bums with Howard Alexander, rusty for I think 18 games was it that he hadn't pitched, something like that, 18 days he hadn't pitched. The Bums got a bye in the sacrificial lambship. Well, Key West pitching shut down the Bums in game one, and it was Luke Daniels pitching 7.1 innings of one-run baseball, 3 Ks and 2 walks. He gave up 1 homer, a solo shot to Gordon, and I failed to mention back in the Railroader series. Oh man, I can't remember who. One of the key position players got hurt and had to miss the. Oh man, my mind's going blank. It's been a long day, long night, long morning now. Howard Alexander. So, old Howard Alexander, $38 million man. He let JD down. He let JD down, and JD would lose Eddie Browning. This was going to be pivotal later on. Eddie Browning, 3 home runs, hitting .444 in his last 10 games. These guys, this was a tall order beating these guys, and scrappy Parrot Heads just finally did it. Sergio Vega, had a chance to draft him. All these familiar names. Why am I looking at there we go. Virginia Beach Bums. Key West took the first series 3-1. The first game 3-1. Gordon homered, but Luke Daniels pretty much put the clamps on, and Cruise Control got the save. Meanwhile, Parrot Heads got to Howard Alexander, thanks in part to Roger Green's RBI triple in the 5th inning. And Armstrong doubled in the 4th off Alexander, as did Velasquez, also in the 4th inning. So got just enough hits, just enough defense here to win this one. Yeah, 5th inning. What happened in the 5th inning? Let's check that out right quick. Check out the UBL scoring highlights. Luke Daniels cruising in the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd. Bill Burnett, first pitch ground out, unassisted at 3rd base. Howard Alexander, ground out a 1-2 pitch. First pitch, Gary Smith grounds out 1-3. Back to pitcher, mound to the 1st. And how many pitches is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitches for a 3rd inning by Luke Daniels. As Orlando said, Daniels was a very nice, quiet pickup during the season. Very happy to have Daniels to the staff, and especially happy with his 4-year, $2 million per year contract. In the top of the 4th, Jose Velasquez opens with a first pitch double. Havoc Gonzalez grounds out, but sends him to 3rd, and Ramiro Gomez grounds out, sends Velasquez home. It's kind of a moot point anyway, because Jerry Armstrong doubles, and that would have brought the run home in any case. But good running by Jose Velasquez, give us an early lead. Luke Daniels gets into some trouble with a 3-2 base on balls to Mike Martin, and then an error by probably Juan Lopez playing first, I'm guessing. No, it's Jose Velasquez playing first. Velasquez, I think the kind of play we look for from our first baseman. But Eddie Browning grounds into a 1-6-3 double play. Daniels himself started it. Daniels to short to first. And then Tommy Morrison striking out swinging. In the fifth, Parrot Heads get higher up on the boards. Robbie Williams singles. Green triples him home. Canio singles in Green. And the Parrot Heads are up 3-0. The lead holds bottom of the fifth. Daniel's getting in a little bit of trouble, throwing a lot of pitches here. Howard Alexander settles down in the sixth and shuts them out pretty quick. Gives up a single to Gomez, but then gets the next three guys pretty quick. Daniels fails on a sacrifice bunt attempt. Bottom of the sixth, Brent Gordon, solo home run, 422 feet, Margarita Field. Seventh. Oh, wow. Seventh, wild pitch. Daniels showing a little bit of stress here, but no harm, no foul. And that's it. Manual cruise control comes in. Gets Eddie Browning on a pitch that looks good. Browning grounds out. Tommy Morrison strikes out swinging. Roberto Reyna is not fooled a bit. Singles with a short fly, blooper to left. But then Jose Urbina immediately grounds out. 5-3. And that's game one. Sorry if this is running on. I'll try to speed it up here. Game two, Virginia Beach Bums got the revenge. 1-0, man. Who is that masked man? Vicente Knuckles Valentin shuts down the Parrot Heads. 8 innings of shutout baseball for the win. Thompson gets the save. Roman Ramos, the Romulan, pitched 6.2 great innings here. 6.2 innings of one-run baseball. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Gave up 1 homer to Roberto Reyna, and that was all the Bums would need. What a knuckle-biting game that was, right? Man. 9 total hits between the teams. Whew. This is some epic fall baseball. Game 3. The Bums explode over on the Key West for a 7-5 win. Explode for 5 runs in the second inning off of Jose Cantu, fresh back from a tired arm, very rusty in his return. Cantu gives up 5 runs, and he only lasts 1.2 innings, doesn't make it through the second inning. Probably a mistake to put him up there. And I thought about it, I thought about giving him some work in the bullpen, but I was too anxious to get him back on the mound again. He did throw 49 pitches, so he got some work. He got at least workout, and maybe got that out of his system for the rest of the way. But that was insurmountable. Key West would have a big 4-run 7th inning, and would outscore the Bums 5-2 the rest of the way. But that 5-run second inning outburst was all that Bob Snell and his cohorts needed as they shut down Key West. Look at how many pitchers we went through. Went through Cantu, Conley, Gonzalez, Masuki, Johnson, Cruz, Carpenter, and Johnson. Man, everybody was worn out after that game. That's a rough game on your pen right there. But the Bums. Eddie Browning, a double. Roberto Reyna, a double. Those guys are tough. Tough outs. So that's the way it looked after 3 games, and it looked like the Bums, after an opening loss, the Bums were going to come back and nail down this thing. In fact, I'm told, I wasn't watching it myself, but I'm told that the Bums actually won Game 4, 10-4, before a problem was discovered with Winnipeg's pitching, and who was it? His second baseman was set to pitch somehow, and so our commissioner scrapped the day's results and gave Winnipeg a chance to reset. And I think it's the right decision. You don't want to, it's the right decision. I hate it for JD Powell. I hate it for you, but who's to know? Who would have known we would come back and take what turned out to be a 10-4 loss and would turn it into a 10-3 win. But that's what happened. This time Frank Guerrero got the win. Jason Rabbit Hilton took the loss. And this time it was Key West jumping out early, 5-0 lead. and this time it was Key West giving his bullpen a breather, and Virginia Beach working. Hilton did not get the first. He pitched 1 inning and couldn't get anybody out in the second. So Virginia Beach went through 5 relievers here. Jose Velasquez and Brian Erickson. Oh my goodness, I missed this. Were ejected in the 7th for igniting a bench-clearing brawl. Jose Velasquez was ejected? Oh man, I'm glad he wasn't suspended. Oh, word, man. Word. Frank Guerrero went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 8, walked 2. That was a fine appearance by Guerrero, who's working on a great postseason 1.77 ERA. For the Parrot Heads, Ramiro Gomez homered in the 2nd inning off of Hilton with 1 on. Roger Green homered in the 1st inning. Ramiro Gomez and Roger Green both homered in the 1st inning, both with 1 man on base. Jose Torres, Mr. September, homered in the 7th inning, a solo homer off of Erickson in relief. Robbie Williams, 5 total bases. Good explosion by Key West. We needed that. Good. Yeah. Joey Armstrong has been awfully quiet this postseason. All right, yeah. So that was Game 4, and that would tie the series. And again, JD, I hate it for you, pal, but oh well, it's the way it goes, I guess. In Game 5, with the series tied up 2-2, Key West takes the win, a 5-2 win. Just dinking and dunking some runs here and there. Virginia Beach gets on the boards early against Luke Daniels. Daniels would surrender 2 runs, only 1 earned. The other unearned run apparently coming on Canio's error. Howard Alexander takes his 2nd loss of the series, giving up 5 runs, 4 earned, despite striking out 10. And gave up a home run to Ramiro Gomez, a solo shot in the 4th inning. Alexander would not get an out in the 6th inning before being replaced by Erickson. Pardon me. What else to say about this one? Not much, I guess. All right. So Key West would forge a 3-2 lead in the series, and it'd come down to Game 6. And Game 6, Virginia Beach. It's the rule of 5s this time around. Virginia Beach erupts for 5 runs in the 3rd off of Jose Cantu again. Cantu, he survived a little bit longer. Still rusty, though. Got a sky-high 16.88 ERA this postseason. But, I mean, he had a tired arm. He's been out for a while, and we put him right back in the mix of things. So maybe I need to send him to the pen and pull up somebody else, old Big Head Todd maybe, for a start. We'll figure it out. Vicente Knuckles Valentin got the win, 7.1 innings of shutout ball. Jackson gave up a run in relief, but it was an easy win for the Bums. Williams homered off of Cantu with 1 on. The big blow, I think, was Gordon's 3rd inning bases clearing double, however. 2 out, bases clearing double. Cantu could have survived if not for that in the 3rd inning. Scoreless game through 2. In the 3rd, bases are loaded. Whoa! What did I just do? What'd I just do? I hit the wrench. Third inning. Jose Hernandez singles. Bill Burnett singles. Valentin lays down a sac bunt to move the runner to third. Everybody's safe. Bases are loaded. No outs. Gary Smith flies out to shallow right center. Mac Martin pops up between first and second. And bases loaded, 2 outs. Is Key West going to get out of it? No. Brent Gordon takes a 2-0 pitch and doubles it deep to center, right center field. And clears the bases. So George Williams follows with a 2-run homer. Man, 5-run inning. We were almost out of it. Cantu was almost out of it too. He actually looked better. He struck a guy out, grounded a guy out, gave up a single. Conley came in. Okay. Well, Cantu, I wonder if he's back and ready again. So that evened the series again at 3-3. It came down to Game 7. And in Game 7, Key West jumps up early, 3 runs. Courtesy Juan Lopez. Second pitch, leadoff, solo home run. Let's see, this is at Virginia Beach. Okay. Short fences, 397 feet. I'm like, that's not home run distance, but we're in Virginia Beach. Yep. After Havoc Gonzalez struck out swinging, Jose Velasquez, first baseman, got a walk, got a free pass, and Jose Torres, a 2-run home run. Boom, Jose Torres. Jose Torres may have been our hitter of the series, MVP. So it's 3-0 Key West. Virginia Beach comes back. Reyna doubles off of Guerrero in the second. Jose Hernandez ground out sends Reyna to third. George Williams single scores him, so it's 3-1. Lots of sound and fury, but no score changes. 3-2 pitch, strikeout swinging, boom. You gotta love that, man. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, called strike, 3-1, called strike, 3-2, strikeout swing. That's what you call battling back from a 3-0 count right there. Way to go, Frankie. 5th inning. Through 5, it's still 3-1. In the 6th, Jerry Armstrong, a 1-0 pitch, solo homer, 452 feet, boom, cannon shot to go up. Key West now up 4-1. Dog's about to chew his arm off. Key West survives. Guerrero survives a threat. 2 outs. Brent Gordon singles. Craig Miller singles. Sends Gordon to third. Davila flies out to center. Piece of cake, says Roger Green. Frank Guerrero starts the 7th with working the count for a walk. Juan Lopez sacrifices the pitcher over to second. Havoc flies out. Velasquez base on balls. We're going to be talking about Velasquez more next year. Base on balls, 4 pitches. And Jose Torres doubles in. Guerrero sends Velasquez to third. Another walk to Dalton. Bases loaded. Jerry Armstrong, walk. Here comes Velasquez. That's 2 more runs for Key West, and we were going to need them. We were going to need them. After Canio flies out, we're going to need him. Bases loaded. Matthew Canio, time to get some insurance. And he flew out to left. Left field, kind of shallow. In the 7th, Guerrero still cruising. The double play helps. George Williams grounds into a double play. In the 8th, here we go. Bottom of the 8th, you ready? Oh, this is going to be bad. Frank Guerrero, 4 pitches, a walk to Gary Smith. 3-2 walk to Mac Martin. And that's all for Guerrero. Key West fans give him a clap. Looks like a sure thing. But here comes John Johnson. On a 0-2 count, Brent Gordon battles back, worked the count to 2-2, singles, and Smith scores from third. Takes a little bit of a risk there. Gonzi comes on. Craig Miller promptly greets him with a double, scoring another run. Men on second and third now. 6-3 game. Armando Davila to the plate. 0-0 pitch, called strike. Swinging strike. Strikes out looking. Boom. Sit down. Todd Carpenter comes in. I don't know why we sat down. Gonzi, man, you need to keep him up. But Roberto Reyna greets Todd Carpenter with a ground out. Brent Gordon scores, but we got 2 outs. It's now 6-3. Jack Johnson comes on. Pop up. Actually, it's now 6-4. 6-4. 6-4. 3 runs for the Bums in the bottom of the 8th. Dog could not watch. Dog could not watch. I was not watching. I had to go do other stuff. I wasn't watching. Top of the 9th. Jose Velasquez tries to get a little bit something going, singling. Havoc tries to drive a fly ball out of here, but not deep enough. Jose Torres erases Velasquez with a double play. 6-3, 6 unassisted 3. We go to the bottom. Cruise control time. George William grounds out. Bill Burnett. 3-2 pitch, strikeout swinging. Boom. Gary Smith, 3-2 pitch, battling. Popped up. Ball game, series, Key West. Oh, man. Meanwhile, I haven't been talking about the other series over in the LCS, the West League. Again, it was kind of a back and forth. OU, the Wheat Kings, win the first one 8-7 in a nail biter. Winnipeg is up by 2 runs in the 8th. Oklahoma gets them back in the 9th, and then was it a solo shot in the 10th, a walk-off? I thought it was a walk-off solo shot to win the game in the 10th. Guess I was wrong. See down here. Oh, Dean Carter. Let's see. Quincy Groves singled. Snyder struck out swinging. Davila. Oh, a wild pitch. A wild pitch. Oh, it was Jennings, though. Jennings' wild pitch sent Groves to second. Carter singled, and Groves came all the way home. Beat the throw. Beat the wrap. Wild pitch by Jennings. Oh, man. Well, wait a minute. What was it in the 9th? What happened in the 9th? Was it Paul O'Connor? Was it Paul O'Connor? Paul O'Connor. Winnipeg up 7-5. Just got to shut the Wheat Kings down. 6 more outs. Paul O'Connor struck out Juan Davila, but got behind Dean Carter. Here's a guy you don't want to get behind. 3-2 pitch for a double. Neil Todd single, bringing home Dean Carter. Lauren Fitz, the count, struck out swinging on 3 pitches. But then Brant Monteith singles, sends Todd to second. In comes pinch runner Dan Martin. Really interesting. Will Taylor singles, and Dan Martin scores, tying the game. Tommy Jennings comes on to pitch, and Danny Mac, D-Mac, pops up to end the threat. Woo. The Walleye really mounted nothing against Fish Stanfield in the 10th, though. Or against Avocado. No, against Stanfield in the 9th. The Fish Man getting it done for OU. Game 2. I didn't pay much attention to these. Game 2, Winnipeg with a 6-run explosion in the first inning. Wow. But not off any home runs. Man. Ed Chase getting the win. Kelvin Dutton getting the loss in that game. Word up. It was the only loss the Wheat Kings would sustain, as Game 3 they come back to win 3-2. Again, it's early scoring. 19 total hits by these guys. Man alive. Game 4. Oklahoma beats the Wheat Kings. Again, an early outburst. 5-1. And in Game 5, the final nail biter, scoreless through 4. Oklahoma scores 1 in the 5th. Winnipeg scores 1 in the 6th to tie it. Oklahoma scores 1 in the 8th to go ahead. Winnipeg answers in the 9th, and Oklahoma answers in the bottom of the 9th. Oh man! Dan McDonald, 9th inning homer off Valentin to tie the game. Woo! No, to win the game. To win the game. Danny Mac, walk-off homer, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. A battle of heavyweights right there. Waco Collins gets the win, 7 innings, 1-run baseball. Wow. Looking at the box score here, looking at the game log rather. A lot of people left on base for a 0-0 game. Quincy Groves getting a solo shot in the 5th. Lenny Hicks answering back. Solo shot in the 6th. Bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th. Ed Snyder works the count full. Draws the walk off Alejandro Guzman. Julian Casillas comes in to pitch rather. Juan Davila puts down a sacrifice bunt. Snyder to second. Well played, small ball there. Alfonso Serrano comes in. Monteith singles. Monteith singles. Snyder comes all the way home, beats the throw. Monteith goes to second. Todd strikes out swinging, and the count strikes out looking with a man in scoring position. Let's see. Dudley Thomas? No, Jeff Stanfield, top of the 9th. Al Walker grounds out. Felipe Diaz, solo home run to tie it. Felipe. But the Walleye strand 2 on base. Go to the bottom of the 9th. McKinney immediately grounds out. Olivas immediately grounds out. Dan McDonald, 429-foot homer to straightaway center. That's a series. That is the series. And so now we're looking at a Key West and Oklahoma championship. So it's Key West's first time in the UBL World Series, Utopia Baseball League Championship Series. For Oklahoma, it's the second time, I believe, right? Oklahoma won its first attempt at the series. So we'll have to see. The Wheat Kings are loaded with talent from a few years of rebuilding and snapping up the best talent available. And we'll just have to see how things go here. Jose Cantu, I'm not sure is ready to go, but again, we'll find out. And looks like game 1 starters will be Luke Daniels and Kelvin Dutton. Game 2, Francisco Guerrero and Juan Davila. Game 3, either Jose Cantu or Todd Carpenter going against Mario Martinez. Game 4, Roman Ramos, Leonard Collins, Waco Collins. And then we'll rinse and repeat. We'll kind of go from there. Who's having a great season, great postseason? Dan McKinney, Quincy Groves, man alive. Neil Todd and Dean Carter having a great one too. Let's see. Season. I'm sorry. That's during the season against Key West. My bad. I was reading as postseason. So Quincy Groves and Dan McKinney are really dangerous to us. Not a high slugging though. Only Quincy Groves has a high slugging against us. Neil Todd has 2 homers. Carlos Avocado has owned us this year. Kelvin Dutton pretty well. And Dudley Thomas has shut us down as well as Brian Gilbert. Yeah, Waco. Waco was not a problem, apparently. Waco apparently was not a problem. Over on the Key West side, anybody hit against Oklahoma this year? Ramiro Gomez has hit well. That's good to see. Robbie Williams, Matthew Canio, and James Dalton have hit pretty well. That's good. But only 1 home run in the bunch, and that's Gomez. Pitching. How well has pitching done? Luke Daniels has done very well. Probably, I wonder if some of that was as a Louisville slugger. It looks like he only got 1 start, though. 6.1 innings. Yeah, it's not bad. Gonzi. David Conley got some relief work and got jumped on. Roman Ramos did not fare well, so I'll have to remember that. May have to pull the Romulan and put Cantu in his place. How did Cantu do? Cantu didn't. Looks like Oklahoma hasn't seen Jose Cantu yet. Jack Johnson. Okay. Looks like he got a start. Not half bad. Not half good, but not half bad. All right, guys. Well, I've been droning on here too long. Jimmy is sacked out and sleeping now, and things are kind of back to normal. It's now 6:30 a.m. and I'm hoping I can get me actually a little bit of nap, maybe some sleep, or maybe I should just put Jimmy in the truck and head on down to Starbucks and just get after it already today, huh? All right, guys. Well, hats off to everybody. Radford, JD, OU, Doe, and Mr. AI 2020 postseason. This is the Utopia Baseball League.